see if I can find and bring myself up on the screen. No. Not appearing as yet. There I am. Hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Hello, hello. Oh, my tea's so hot. Oh, Miss Lee, how are you? I hope the show was good. I missed you. I love a launch as well, Abby. Love a launch. I've just got an itch on my back and I've just painted my nails. Let's just have a... Oh, sorry about that. Found you. Was I lost? Was I lost, Debbie? I've only been on 45 seconds. Yes, get yourself a cup of tea. You should always have a cup of tea. Kathy, hello. Diane, there's no point looking for it yesterday. I wasn't there. Yeah, it's Pancake Day today. Is it Pancake Day all over the world? Or is it just Pancake Day here? I don't know. I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. I'm only giving you a few minutes. I've got a very busy evening today. Very busy evening. I have Miss Martha. Miss Martha's coming to stay. So I have to pick her up after this and the Dandelion Live. And she's coming to stay and then we're going to spend the day. I'm not working tomorrow. If anybody is expecting anything from me tomorrow, don't even think about it. Me and Miss Martha, we're on a mission. We are, busy. Busy. Lots to do. Sewing, we're going to go out for lunch. So much to do. So, is Betsy and Otis on yet? Actually, Martha and Edith might be on, I don't know. Any of my grandchildren on here? Stanley, are you on? Sonny's a bit little, isn't he, to be watching it on his own, but I know Stanley likes to watch. Maisie's probably still at work. So, I'm sure some of them will pop up shortly. Oh, that's a strange name for Pancake Day. Fat Tuesday. Fat Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday, which what we call Pancake Day, yeah. So it will be a great day with Martha. Yeah, we've got all sorts planned. Okay, so... Oh, Stanley's watching in his Valentine's PJs. Hey, it's a bit of a toughie, isn't it, this week? Pancake Day, Valentine's Day, fighting against each other. I think I'd rather have Pancake Day. We need a picture of Stanley in his Valentine's PJs, I think. So, well, as a little secret... I've got Martha some Valentine crumpets for in the morning. They are shaped like a heart. I don't know if she likes crumpets, but I thought, well, I'll get them anyway. I've got some cereal and everything. And I thought, oh, we'll try to use Valentine crumpets. Anyway, should we get on? Or should we just chat? What do you think? No, I think we'll get on, won't we? Right then, so I have... You won't see me on Thursday, Brit. Are you coming to the weekend? That'll be Friday. There'll be nobody there Thursday. If you're at my weekend, it'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But, yeah. Okay, right. So, before I flip you around, I'm going to just... Oh, Theodore, Mr. Cuts, I miss you like mad. How was the show? Was everything okay? I hope everything was okay. So, I had such a good time. I popped into Ranger and then I taught at Stampers Anonymous and I did tons of work in both places. Tons and tons and tons of work in both places. So, I'm going to flip you around. Don't be alarmed if you see a white screen. I haven't lost you yet. I probably will lose you. You know that. But let's have a go. Let's see if I can get this the right way. Oh, hang on. It would help if that was down there, wouldn't it? Ping. There we are. Why is this the wrong way round? Right, might not be able to do it that way. 1 minute. Might have to do it that way. Am I the right way round this time? I've only been away for 3 weeks. You'd think I'm rubbish at this. Oh, no, now I'm upside down. Now I'm upside down. This way. Oh, my goodness me. Ben will be just... I tell you what, he'll just be like, what the hell is she doing? I've no idea. I've had a busy week. I've had a busy week. I'll put these here so I can see. Don't worry about this being off to the side. It's just I was working on this early. So, okay. So, small release. Just a small release this week. And I have another release this time next week as well. You might wonder why we've got two slightly apart. That's because this release, if you remember, was going round the Cape, being chased by pirates from the Red Sea. War, 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 war. And so this release was supposed to be a couple of weeks ago. So we have this release, and then we have another small one next week as well. Okay, so we'll move this out of the way. When I brought out the cocktail paints, there was some talk that we had to discontinue 6 paints to let the new ones in. And they discontinued the darkest colours of mine. And I was quite heartbroken. And I've been on a mission ever since to bring them back. Okay. And the colours were melted chocolate, ground coffee, chopped pesto, after midnight, pomegranate seed, and slate grey. Okay, you can still get them in inks. They are still available in inks, okay, but they've never been in the small bottles of paint. So I finally decided we're going to bring them back, but I've changed all the colours slightly. Okay, so we don't have slate grey, we have rainy day. Absolutely gorgeous grey. It's not the same grey as slate grey. So this is rainy day. At the moment, these are only available in paint because there is a similar in ink. Okay, so rainy day. We also have jungle leaf. Okay, which is one of the darker greens. So jungle leaf. And also in the cools, we have just indigo. Okay, just indigo. And I'm just going to open them to show you the lush. Look at that. Look how gorgeous. So we have rainy day. We have jungle leaf. And what we've done this time, we've got a bit more resin in there. So they're not as dark. So they blend beautifully. So that's jungle leaf and this is just indigo. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. And then in the warms, we have replacing melted chocolate. We have chocolate drops. Chocolate drop. I've been using this. I think this is Jay's favourite. She's used so much. So this is chocolate drop. We have tree bark. There's another of Jay's. You see, we've got tree bark there. And finishing off the reds, we have cranberry juice. How gorgeous. And we, as I say, we have added a little bit more resins to them so that they blend absolutely beautifully. Okay, so this is a neutral rainy day, and melted chocolate is just a normal colour. So these are the normals, and then these are what I would call the darks. Okay, so in the cool family, in my cool family of paints, I have two families in there. I have the greens and I have the blues. So this is going to be the dark of the greens. This is the jungle leaf, sorry. And this is going to be dark of the blues, so they're just indigo. And then in the warms, we have the orange family and we have the sort of red-pink family. So cranberry juice is going to be the dark of the red-pink family, and tree bark is going to be the dark of the orange family, okay? But something that we've done this time is we've used all these together. I would normally never use all darks together. They're far too dark for me. But because we've got a slightly new formulation with them, they're not as intense dark as they were before, so you can blend them a lot easier, and they're really cool to do. So I've done loads of colours. So is it the same paint as you had before? No. Is it a similar shade? Yes, but I have gone for totally different shades. If you have got some of the old paint and you place them out, you'll see that these are totally different. Okay, so warms, cools, warm, neutral. So we're just going to pop those to one side. So that's what we've got. We've got 6 new paints. And then we have the stencils that the pirates have been chasing. Oh, I've got 2 of the same one. Oh, give 1 minute. I've picked up 2 of the same stencil by mistake. How did I do that? There it is. This one. Okay. Okay. So the first stencil that we have is called Dot Grid. This is Dot Grid Large, okay. Now, I have been doing lots of doodle classes and teaching lots of doodle classes. And I teach everybody how to do the dot grid into the journals, but people really struggle. So this is your easy peasy way of doing. So you can use it as a normal stencil. You can just stencil it over the top. You'll see me. I'll show you all the samples. But if you do this in a light colour, you can then create those difficult patterns that I do. So I'll show you it later on. So this one is Dot Grid Large, and we have Dot Grid Small. Okay, Dot Grid Large, Dot Grid Small. That's the first one. The second one is very, very similar but different. This is the Retro Grid. So if you look at this one, this is a sort of a grid. This is all joined, whereas these are all separate rows, okay? So this is the dot grid. This is the retro grid, okay? And again, here's the small retro grid. Again, you can do the patterns that I've shown. This is even the harder one for people to find out, to work out how to do. So this will just save a lot of time. So you can either use them with pens, you can use them with paint, you can do all sorts. You can use them as normal stencils, but you can also draw with them as well. Okay, so that's retro grid. And then we have, oh, there we go. I thought I picked up the same one again. Okay, and then we have hexicomb, because I couldn't decide between a hexagon and a honeycomb, so it's a hexicomb. Hexicomb, hexicomb. Anyway, so hexicomb we have here. Okay, now this is a lot neater than any of my other stencils. These are even quite straight because I wanted it to. People quite often will say, because I do things wonky and everything, but I wanted these to be to be straighter. Okay, so this is the hexacomb, and we have a hexacomb large and we have hexacomb small. Okay, just be careful because it does have thinner, so when you're cleaning them, just a little bit of caution. If you go mad like that, you will snap them. So again, this can be used as a normal stencil. You can put collage inside here. You know my love of sewing, I've always got some stuff coming in. So you can put bits of collage and stuff inside these bits, or you can doodle inside. I'll show you it all. Okay, and then the last stencil that we've got is called Street Map. Okay, so this is Street Map large and Street Map small, and this is just so cool to use. Again, you can use it for so many things. You can use it as a normal stencil, you can draw inside it, you can doodle, you can do all sorts. Okay, so that is the release. I have 4 large stencils. I have Street Map, Dot Grid, Hexacomb and Retro Grid, and I have them all in small as well. Whoops. Maybe if I put them in the same order as the bottom ones, that would help, wouldn't it? I think I had them back to front. There we go. Okay, so, oops, sorry, 4 large, 4 small, and then we have 6. Oh, I've lost it. 666 gorgeous paints. And if you were in my class last weekend, is it only then? If you were in my class, we actually used them. I let them use them. I swore them to secrecy. I was like, you are not allowed to mention this at all. So, but they played with them. They got to play with them. You see, if you're in my classes, you get all kinds of little extras. Why is it on a tilt? Look, stay there, tree bark. Stay there. Okay, so there we go. That is the release, and let me show you. Well, I call it small release because it's, you know, it's just a set of paints, which is a large release is normally something new or something. A small release, this is just line extensions. So I'm adding extra paint in and I'm adding extra stencils in. Can you see? Look at them at the top. You can use them all together as well. So that's why it's like a small release. Okay, so let's go through some samples. Now, I've chosen not to think of finished projects in this. I wanted to showcase the colours and the stenciling, so bear that in mind. There is not like a lot of finished pages going on in here at all. So first of all, while I was away, the lovely Jay did lots of tags for me, and she loves to do the blocking. If you see tags that have got like the big hexagon on, that's usually Emmy. Emmy loves hexagons and Jay loves blocking. Everybody has their own thing, and I'll do all sorts. I'm just grateful people do things for me. So I just wanted to show you, is that, just have a different one. So this is a black tag, okay? But on here, there is the chocolate drop. There is the, jungle leaf, and there is cranberry juice, because Jay doesn't care about warms and cools. She just adds them in. You see, I would never do that, but doesn't it look nice? I know it looks dark here, but these tags here, I forgot to doodle. Once these are doodled, you will see a lot more. But that is what the colours look like on black, as you can see, okay? So this one, and Jay didn't get the new stencils. She only got the new stencils, oh my gosh, at the end of last week, I think. So she's been using all the old stencils. No, they don't have a metallic sheen. I think it's like the gloss, really. So they, oh, that's the one she just cleans everything off on. Anyway, this one has got in, again, she's mixed the colours, but she's gone, you know, she's gone for these. So she's gone for cranberry juice, just indigo, and rainy day. Okay. This one here, we have chocolate drop, just indigo, and rainy day. I'm trying to find, has she got two? that the same? No, that's the green. Hang on, there's some somewhere. Oh, further down that are to get the same. Okay, so these are some with the browns mixed in. That's brown, grey and blue. That's grey, green and blue. That one is in the black. This one, you can see she's actually left the colour underneath. She just left that colour there. So again, lots and lots of blocking. And then these are on, let me go, here we go. This is on mixed media cardstock, and this is on craft. And so you can see the difference. Look how much earthier they look here on the craft, where this can look quite bright. Look quite bright on there, but they look so much earthier on the craft. Okay, so she did that. She's done loads of backgrounds, and then I chirped in and did them. So let's go through. We're going to go through everything, just, you know, from start to finish, whether it's a stencil, whether it's not. Let's start with this book first, actually. Oh, that is that. Now, I can do this in here, and it would probably take me about half an hour maybe to do that, but that was done in about 30 seconds, really. So that is that. But where's the one I wanted to show you? I had little things in here showing the way. I've lost my way. There's all sorts, because there's some other stencils coming. Oh, let me just go off camera. There's some other stencils coming later on in the year. Where have I lost the page? This is just... Well, that was not a very good start, was it? There... Good grief. That took a while. I'm new. Just take pity on me. So where is the small of this stencil? Here we go. I think I'm still jet lagged. This is Street Map in small. So can you see where I've outlined it, and then I've just drawn a little flower, which is one of my favourite things to do with this. I've just drawn a little part flower in each one, going in different directions. So yes, Ben will have the bundle online. Ranger will have a bundle online. It'll be online. Stampers Anonymous will have a bundle online. I know they have all got it. If you have a local store, you know the drill. Put their name up on top. Have they ordered it? Are they going to order it? And then, you know, if they're close to you, you can support them. So really, really simple to do. This was a class I was going to teach in the doodle, and I just thought, no, I'd rather stick pins in my eyes. I'll just make them a stencil. So that's what I did. So that was that one. So let's have a look in here. Yes, you see, look, I've marked them all with pink. I think these are all backgrounds. These are all J backgrounds. Okay. So this is grey, rainy day, just indigo and cranberry juice. In the, oh, I'm sorry, it's not cranberry juice, it's tree bark, in the black here. Okay, so you can see she does love her blocking. And then I went in and I actually doodled with some paint pens. Okay, same colour. Oh no, this has got cranberry, so that's got the blue with the cranberry. And remember, this is on black. Total black. Yeah. What was that one? Have I missed one? Oh, I missed one. I missed one. So this is, she kept the black as it was. This is the green, would you believe? So this has got green, grey and chocolate drop. You see how the colours change when they're on black? This is similar to the one I just showed you earlier. Oh no, these two are different. This one has got the cranberry as the stars, and this one has got just indigo as the stars. Okay, so they're all on black. And then in my little, this is my little, it's been all over. This went to America. So again, this is just some backgrounds. So we have, this is rainy day and jungle leaf. Okay, and then I've used, this is Betsy's blocks, and I added in the small dot grid. Okay. Anything marked in blue is for the class that starts on Saturday. Anything marked with pink are samples for today. That's the link. Here we go. There's another one of this, the larger version of this. So this is Street Map. So again, I've doodled sort of on the inside and I've added flowers. I do add more than flowers, but I think all these samples might have flowers in because I do love flowers. Okay, so painted the page black, drew that on the top. This one you saw when I released the stamps, but I just wanted to show you the colours because you might not have noticed when I first showed it that I was using colours I wasn't supposed to have. So it was using the two browns and the cranberry juice. Okay, so the two browns and the cranberry juice there. These will all be online later. Again, this is the green and the grey. Okay, green, because I did them all together. Here we have the brown and the cranberry. So this is chocolate drop and cranberry juice, and this has got the large and small. So I took the large. I keep them like this. So I took the large of the dot grid here, and I did the small of the dot grid as well. Same again here, except I did the small dot grid here, like so, and then I did the large dot grid around it, and that's using Jungle Leaf. This is, oh, I forgot I did that. Forgot about that one. This is hexacomb, large hexacomb that I drew straight round. So I just drew around it with a white pen, and then I just doodled in every separate piece. Can you see? So I doodled it all in white, and then I outlined it back around again in black. And I think I've totally forgotten to give any of this. Emmy, I don't think I've given you this sample. I don't think anybody has got this sample because I totally forgot about it. Cool. I did that on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. So I did this on the plane. So if you notice anything dodgy on there, get over it. It's just turbulence, isn't it? Turbulence. Too much. I think it's been wedged between these paint samples and I've totally forgotten it was there. So anyway, here we are again. We have dot grid again. So this is the two browns. So this is chocolate drop and tree bark, and then I went over the top with chocolate drop. So I just lined it up. I don't know if it's lined. There we go. Went over the top with the chocolate drop, and then I just doodled it. Now, if you've done the classes with me, that would take an hour or so. Oh my gosh. Boof. Probably 15 minutes. Probably 15 minutes there. And then this one over the other side is the small of this one. So I lined it up. So again, this has just got some light of the Just Indigo on the bottom, and then I went through, I lined it up, and then I don't know if you noticed, but that combines with that, so you can line it up again. Look at that. I've done all the thunking for you. I've done all the thunking, so you don't have to. So I've left these quite plain. Now that you've seen them, then I will get on and I will add things to them. But I left them quite plain so I could explain things to you. So let's have a look. What else have we got? What else have we got down here? Oh, we only have one in here. We only have one in here, but look at this gorgeous cover. This gorgeous cover that we did at the workshop last week. And if you're at my workshop this weekend coming, is it this weekend? Oh my gosh. No, next weekend. Next weekend. We will be doing something similar. Anyway, I think this is a large. Yes, that's a large with the street map. They're just so fun to do, and it's the therapeutic value of it. But they would look amazing with collage on the top as well, or stamps. but it's just, you know, just so therapeutic. You can use them as normal stencils, but you can do all this with them as well. So we've got one more journal, and then we've got some bits. So this is a classics journal. So I left this with Jay. So here is some that she did here. We have just indigo, we have tree bark, and we have rainy day. And again, she's used the new stencils in there. So you can see there's hexacomb, there's retro grid, and there's dot grid there. And then this is street map again. Okay. And I finished this off this morning actually watching Court TV, would you believe? So I placed it on, I drew around it, and coloured in the black lines, and then I took dot grid and I drew around it again. So I have dot grid, I don't know if I can line it up, I have dot grid with street map on the top. So that's what that is. And then this is all coloured in with the inky water brush. And I don't think Emmy's even got a photo of that because I only finished it today. But isn't it lovely? It's like little window panes coming through. So I've had great fun. Great fun. Just let me put retro grid back in. Otherwise I will get it I'll get tangled. When you've got something like this that's quite delicate, it's got lots of openings, you don't want to just ram it in with all your other stencils. So I have little pockets like this. We've had this discussion for years that these are from the UK. I don't know where else you can get them from, but if you just buy the A4 and split one side, they're so much easier to do. And none of my stencils stick together, as you can see. I am also a neat freak and organisational freak, as you know, but anyway, that's what I do. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, another doodly one. So this is large and small. Now, if you've done this class with me online, I cannot tell you how long this would have taken us to do. Okay. This is not in a dot grid journal. This is just in the classics journal. So I went through with grey. I'll lift it up in a minute. So Patty, they're not what you think they are. People have been trying to buy them for years. So, you know. Anyway, so there is the small, which I just went over with the grey. And that is the large, which I went over with, I don't know, there we go, which I went over with grey. And then I did I just did the doodling over the top. And it took half the time. I will still do it from scratch because I love the therapeutic, aspect of it. But for those of you who know how long this takes, those two just shortened it by about 2 hours. Would you believe? So what have we got next? Oh, here, this is the larger one. This is the retro grid. Okay, so again, oh, hang on, I was just going to lift this up to see if you could see if you could spot the grey paint underneath. So it's the paint that gives the outline. And you'll be able to see it with this. You can see the grey paint underneath there. So that is the retro grid. Oops, there we go. So it was retro grid, and then I've just done all the doodling on the top. So it just gives you a start if you're unsure. Again, another lovely background from Jay. This is tree bark. So that's tree bark, just indigo and rainy day. So that's what they are. No, Ranger don't sell them. As I've just said, I've used them for years. In America, they struggle to find them. You just have to buy A4 folders and split them down the side. Okay? So this is a blocking technique that Jay's done, but she's done it with the street map. Okay? So she's done it with street map here. And this is a black page, and this is a mixed media cardstock. So you can see the difference, okay? Because this colour here is this colour here. Yeah, can you see these colours? Oh no, that's grey, sorry. This colour and this colour is the same. And then these are your greys. So just to show you the difference on two, I think that it just looks like leather, this. I just think that looks amazing. So that is the brown with some very, very light of the blue on the top. Can't wait to work on that one. Why is that sideways? Oh, so this is to show you. Right, hang on, let me go back here. I was like, why is that sideways? So you see this one here. This is what I did. Okay, I just put Rainy Day all over the page, like so. And then I did all this on the top. So, you know, I do like loads of these first. I never just do one and then doodle, because you'll eat your pen and everything. I'll go through and put loads of things like this in, and then I go back and do them. So, okay. Oh, we've got a bit orange here. All right, that's another one. Another one, if this does not inspire you to get doodling, because we can do this with a dot grid, but this is not a dot grid book, look, it's just a normal book, okay? So here is the dot grid stencil. Where is it? There. No. There. That's it. Isn't it funny? Look, you don't know where to look, and then when you fit it on like that, suddenly all you can see is the brown. Yeah, when you have it like that, you're just not quite sure. But suddenly you can see the brown. So I lightly did the brown over the page, very, very lightly. And then I went over the top with chocolate drop, and then I just doodled. Okay, just doodled in. This is hand doodled, and I actually coloured this with pomegranate seed ink. Okay, so, but it's a similar shade. So what have we got left? Another, oops. See, that's an Emmy background. If you see backgrounds like this, Emmys, like, they have days when they're like, oh, we can't think, we just want to do some backgrounds. And when I come back, I'll have loads. This is an Emmy, typical Emmy background, and this is a typical J background. So here, again, she's left part of the page. So she's done 2 things of grey, she's done 3 things, 2 things of Rainy Day, 3 things of the just indigo, and then she's just added some stenciling on there, and these are all waiting for me to work my magic with. Okay, again, same colours, but she's added the cranberry juice in there, and this is where she's just cleaned up a baby wipe, ready to use. So we've got photos of all these, so when I finish samples off, I will put them on here and you'll be able to see from before. Again, see, gorgeous, gorgeous backgrounds. There's one more, here we go. Okay, so just love, 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 love. And then I have also got some, oh, this was interesting. This was a good way to show. I did all 3 colours in one stencil. So this was done ages ago, before the stencils got here. So this is Fancy Floor stencil, and what I just laid it, and I just put grey in 3 areas, and sorry, Rainy Day in 3 areas, and then I put Jungle Leaf in 3 areas, and then I filled it in with the just indigo. But so that's what the 3 colours look like together. Nice, aren't they? And I did exactly the same with the warms, which is chocolate drop, tree bark and cranberry juice. And I did these when I first got them, so these were never really meant to be shown. I did this about 6-8 months ago or something, so they're not neat, but they were never really meant to be shown. And then I came across them and I thought, I'm going to show you them, because look how gorgeous. I would never use darks together, and look at that. There's 2 darks in there and there's 2 darks in here. So the grey is your neutral. We've got the green. So if you've used the green and the blue before and you now intend the work, can you see where I've dialed them back a bit? Because it was just, beginners really struggled with them. And the same here, the chocolate drop is just one of the normal paints, and then the cranberry juice and the tree bark are the dark ones. Okay, and then we're left with some stencils. So again, when I first get, these are my practice. When I first get a stencil, I open it and I'm like, what can I do with it? What can I do with it? The first thing, and I always do little ones. So this is this. So again, this was done, oh my gosh, months ago. This is dot grid small. Which way up is it? It's just getting it the right way. Is it that way? I don't know which side it is. No. There we go. There you go. So the first thing I always do is I draw them. Okay, so I just draw them out like so. There will be another doodle class later on, I'm sure, with all stencils in. But so this was my, let's try and see what it is. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one is the small retro grid, and I doodled all over the page first. I don't know if you can see these up and down and across the line. So I doodled all that, and then I placed this straight on the top. Did it in black. I don't know which way up it is. That way, I think. Painted it in black, and then I doodled it in, so you can see if you look closely in the background. And this is when I am deciding if the stencil, if I'm going to okay the stencils, okay, because I have to test everything. I test it with paint and I test them by hand as well. So this one is the hexicomb. These were done at the cottage, actually. These were done at the cottage. Not the cottage, the seaside. These were the last things I did before I had to let Mr. Boo go. I was doing these when he, yeah, that week. So this is, we're talking July. So that's hexicomb. So I drew around it, doodled it in. I think I was going to outline this more, but just like to show you the very first things, the very first thoughts that I have. And one more of the small, and then we've got some of the large to show you. Here is the small. So this is street map, again flowers, but this is street map. And if you notice here, what I've done is I've every other one I've done black with white flowers, white with black flowers. Okay, so yeah, can't wait to see what you've done, Denise, with them. Oh look, I've missed the dots. Let's put a line in. This is probably going to be the extent of my demo today, because I've got to be quick, because I have to do it in the Dandelion Club as well, because I've got Miss Martha. I'm a little guest this evening. There you go. Popped the lines in there. Okay, so there's the small, and then let's show you the large samples that I did. So, and again, these were done at the Seaside House with Mr. Boo. I don't know whether I'll ever cover these up, because they were the last things I was doing with him. But anyway, so this is, if you can't recognise it, this is dot grid. Okay, so I just don't know which way. There we go. You can tell, because all of a sudden you can see everything and then you can't. Can you see? So this was dot grid. So I drew it, I coloured it black, and then just did lots of different doodling and things like that inside. Okay, so that's large dot grid. This is large retro grid. So with this one, I this is ink, so I just added ink across the page in different colours, and then I placed There we go. I placed the stencil on the top in black, and then I doodled them in, and I doodled them in the corresponding colours. So pink to pink and red to red, yellow to yellow, etc. So that is the, oh, and I scribbled all over the background in this one. Can you see I just scribbled and then I individually doodled in each scribble because I was nursing a poorly cat. So that's what I was doing when I was testing them. And two more. So another of the big flowers. I think I've left a journal somewhere because there's some doodles I can't find out. Anyway, street map. So this is just on my Mixed Media cardstock. And what I did with this one was I, first of all, I drew the grid. And then I did every other line. Can you see here? I did blue, mist pink, blue, pink, blue, pink. I did that with my ink and then I flicked it. I did the Tim flick, the gorgeous Tim Holtz flick, which is so simple and always works 20 odd years on. And then I doodled on the top, okay? But you can see some rows in between were black. So three of us, there's 4 different ways on there. There's the black with the blue, there's the black with the white flowers, there's the black with the pink, and there's the, oh, I didn't do it the other way. I thought I'd done white with black flowers. No. So, yeah, and then I've got one more, and then I'm going to quickly recap, and then I'm going to flip over to the Dandelion Club. So, hexicomb. This was the large hexicomb. So again, what I did here was, if I turn it this way, you can see I did a row of brown, and this is melted chocolate, tangerine dream, melted chocolate, tangerine dream, melted chocolate, tangerine dream, melted chocolate, tangerine dream, okay? And then I did the Tim flick, flicked it all over, so we get the gorgeous effect going on underneath here. And then I just doodled to my heart's content. And what I did was, again, if you look at it this side, I did every other. So you can see I did a fleur-de-lis, then a flower fleur-de-lis, then a flower fleur-de-lis. And I did that on all the orange ones. And then in the brown, I did a spider's web and the beads, spider's web and the beads, you know. So they're a lot simpler than you think. But yeah, so these were my very first go with the stencils way back in July when I was nursing Mr. Boo. And this is something I always do. I always take the stencil without thinking of anything else and just play with it and see what comes out. And then normally I'll cut these up and I'll use them. But as I say, I'll probably keep these all together for a little while. So I'm just going to very quickly recap. Okay, we have 4 large stencils. They are... you can use them as normal stencils, but I use them as doodling as well. So we have retro grid, okay, and we have large and small retro grid. We have hexicomb, large and small. We have street map, large and small, because I don't always bring them all out in large and small. Sometimes I just bring large, sometimes I just bring small. And then we have dot grid in large and small. Okay, so this is what the pirates were chasing around. So we have the 4 large and we have the 4 small. Okay, now if you go onto Art from the Heart, he normally has, if you just want the stencils, he has a stencil bundle. If you just want the paint, he has a paint bundle. If you want everything, he has an everything bundle. And Stampers Anonymous and Ranger will do that as well. I don't know about your stores, but it's usually a good way to, it's a good way to do. And you can buy individuals as well. And then we have the we have 6 paints. These are not the old paints renamed. They are not new names on the old paints. Okay, I wanted the darks back. I fought long and hard to get the darks back, but I didn't want to bring out exactly the same colour, so they are slightly different colours and they're a slightly different formula. so they're easier to blend without having such a strong colour. This is a neutral, so this one is Rainy Day, replacing Slate Grey. These colours have never been made in these things, only in the big pots. The green is Jungle Leaf, and the blue is Just Indigo. And then I have 3 warms. I have Chocolate Drop, which is replacing Melted Chocolate. I have Tree Bark, which is the dark, replacing Ground Coffee. And then we have Cranberry Juice, which is replacing Pomegranate Seed. So if you swatched, if you've still got the colours and you put your colour down and then put this colour down, you'll see the difference. There's a bit more resin in, they're easier to blend, because I just didn't want that, you know, newcomers struggle with the heavy colours enough as it is. And also I wanted to be able to mix them all together, which we wouldn't have been able to do before. So you can see the 3 warms here and the 3 cools there. So there should be loads and loads of samples up. That sample that I found that I thought I'd lost, I will get that to Emmy to get up as well. If you are a member of the Dandelion Club, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a subscription-based club run on my website, which is DianeReevelyandMore.com, MWRE. And there, although there is tons and tons of Dylusions, the Dandelion Club is Diane. So you can be one of Diane's dandelions, and we do all sorts of other things as well on there. So you get usually two demo videos a week. I've just finished a big collage series. I'm behind on a class. We need to have a big class. You usually get a class per month. You get all sorts of different bits. There is your own Facebook page, and what happens is when we do a launch, I go there and then I give everything away. So everything you see here will be gone by tomorrow morning. It will be in an envelope, and we give it all away to members of the Dandelion Club. So I'm going to go over there and do another reveal and give it all away. Yeah, so that's what that is. And you pay monthly, it's a subscription. It costs less than the price of a single class. So it's really, really good value. So yes, you can also find demos and freebies on YouTube. I do tons of paid classes, tons and tons of online classes, really in depth, but there's also lots of freebies around there as well. At Christmas I did a diamond series where I did 8 big videos of the diamond range. I did 12 days, 12 cards of Christmas, so there's all sorts. So thank you for joining me. I hate to tell you, but this time next week we're going to do it all again. We're going to do it all again, but a little clue, new colours of rocks and dust. So so there you go. So I'm going to flip over there. Look at the dandelions, they're all getting excited now because they're all going to go in there. So thank you so much for joining me. And I think there's only me this week. I think Dina's next week. There's me and Dina next week, I think. Tim's just done one, hasn't he? So I'm not sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And at least we outdid the pirates. Okay. Bye! I can't, because it's upside down, I can't see where it finishes. Have I fit? Oh, there we go.